Welcome to another episode. So in this episode, we are going to look at how to add materials and textures onto this model. So let me move this model up a bit. So I'll select this model, then I'll select the move tool, then I'll move it along the Z axis, which is actually the up. Then I'll select this hand to bring my model down. So now let's apply our textures to it. So in order to do that, I'll select my model, then I'll go to the edit mode, or you can simply press tab. So I'm going to do a little adjustment here. So in my edit tools, I will see something like edge slide. I'll select it, then I'll select this edge, double click on it to select everything at once, then I'll bring it down a bit. Then I'll select this one to double click, or you can press Alt, then you double click on it, it will select everything. Then I'll bring it up a bit. So now let me go back to my face select mode. So I'll select this one. Then I'll select everything here. So you can double click. If you double click, then it doesn't select. You can just select one part, then holding the Alt, you double click on another part to select everything for you. But for me, if I double click, everything select. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to duplicate this one. So you can press Ctrl D. The moment you press Ctrl D, just drag your mouse. Shift D rather, sorry. If you press Shift D, it will duplicate. If you drag your mouse, you will see it will follow it. But then press Escape. Then leave it like that. Then press P. If you press P, select selection. So let me see what just happened. Let me show you what just happened. If you look here, you can see only just cylinder. But the moment you press P, then you press selection, you can see something like cylinder 001. So it has separated the one that we selected from the actual model. So now let's exit the edit mode to object mode. I can select this one where I'm going to apply the model, and the can is now separate. So in order to see everything visible in this viewport, the solid display mode, go to this icon, then change the color to from material to random. So now I'm going to select the middle part where we are going to add our label. Before I even add the shrink wrap, let me scale it up. So I'll select my inner part, then I'll select the scale part. Then for the white part, I'll just, scale rather. Then I'll scale it up like this. Then I'll go to modifier shrink wrap, press my enter to select. Then I'll select the eyedropper, the target to be the can. Then I'll change the snap to above surface. Outside, I think outside works better for me. So I change the snap to outside. Let me scale it down a bit to see. So now what we are going to do now is we are going to apply our label. So what we are going to do is I'll select the inner parts, this one, then I'll go to UV editing. So we are going to do what you call mark scene. So let me select everything here. So the unwrapping is like dismantling a boss. And so this is how the UV unwrap looks like. It's like a boss. So you see this boss, they've opened it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So after opening it, they will apply each texture to it, and then they will fold it back into a boss. So this is how UV unwrap looks like in a simple way. So I'll select everything, then I'll mark a scene. I need to select the edge select mode, then I'll click on one part. So it's like I'm cutting this part, then I'll open both parts into 2. So I'll right click, then I'll select mark scene. Then after that, I'll go back to the face select mode, then I'll select everything, then I'll right click, I'll press on Ju, then say unwrap. So now it's like I've cut this part, then I've opened it into this form. So that is how the UV unwrap looks like. So now after unwrapping my model, I'll go back to the top part, the shading part, so which is where we actually add our model. So let's look at a basic node setup. So I'll click on this new, then I have my principal BSDF where I have the color, metallic, roughness and everything. So I'll just explain this one in a bit of second. So for the color, this is the color that needs to be done. So let's say if I give it red, and the roughness controls the reflection. So the moment I reduce the roughness, here I have a reflective surface. If I increase it, my surface is no more reflective. So, and for the metallic, the moment you increase it, your object will look like a metal. So this is the work of the principal BSDF. But for now, I need to add a label to it. So I have to add an image node. So I'll select this part, the base color, this yellow. I'll click on it, then drag, then leave it. Then I'll type image. Then I'll see image texture pointed to the arrow color. Then I'll click on it. I'll click again. Now I'll select open. Then I'll locate my Coca-Cola image. I will leave this in the description. So I'll click on open image. Now you see it has opened, but then it is not well applied to it. So that is where the UV unwrap comes in. So you go back to my UV editing. Then you do everything well. So in my UV editing, I'll select everything here using the face selection mode. After selecting everything at the right side, I'll come back, then select everything here. Then I'll rotate it. So I want to make this simple. So I'll press R, then I'll press 90. So it will rotate it at the 90 degrees for me. Then I'll scale it up. I'll scale everything up using the scale tool like this. Then I'll select my move tool. Then I'll position it here. But see, I'm not seeing my labeling here. That is because, let me scroll to the top here. That is because we are in the solid view. So we need to enter the material preview mode before we can see our material. So I'll click on this one. You see now the material has been applied very well to it. That is because I have increased the unwrapping, then I've positioned it well. Let me rotate it. The moment I rotate it, you see it is affecting it. So if you don't unwrap it well, you get a bad texture. So now I have the texture for my Coca-Cola model. So let me go back to my shading. So now this is ready, but I need to make it a bit reflective. So I'll select it like as we discussed. I'll decrease the roughness to get a shining material. Then I'll select the can itself. I'll give it a new BSDF by click on the new. Then I'll change the color to red. But then I want to get the exact red here. So if I click on it, I'll click on this eyedropper tool. Then I'll select the red here. Then I'll increase the metallic because the can is a metal. I'll select the color again. I'll bring this one up. It needs to be red. Then I'll decrease the roughness to give it a shining material. Then I'll increase the metallic too. But then you see this part needs to be white. So I will go to my edit mode. So at the top here, I'll go to my edit mode. Then make sure to be on my face mode. I'll click on this part. Okay, let me show you something. Press on Control. Then the big plus icon on your computer. Click on it. Like this. So it selects this part that needs to be white, like silver, like this. Then I'll come back to this last thing here, this circle with shaded part. That is the material. I'll click on it. Then I'll click on this plus. The moment I click on this plus, I'll click on new again. Then I'll decrease the roughness. Then I'll increase the metallic. Then I will press on assign. You see, now let me increase the roughness a bit. It is too much. The metallic will go. So you can just look at the values that I've added. Then you also do same. So the same process, let me rotate it to the bottom. I'll select the can. go to edit mode, press this part. Then I'll press Ctrl plus then plus. Or if you don't and get what I'm doing, you can just press this part, then holding shift, I'll double click here, or you can hold shift, then you click to select everything like this. But that is very stressful. That's why I'll just select the middle part, holding Ctrl plus, the big plus on your computer. If you're using the full keyboard like this, I'll go another one. Sorry, minus. Then I'll select the same material. Then I'll click on assign. Now let me leave the edit mode. Then I'll go back to my layout, the top here like this. I need to go to my material preview, this one. So now this is the sample can that we have. So let's look at the reference again. Let me go back to the shading. I want to do something about the colors again. So I'll select this one. Then I'll go to my color, select the red, come back to the dark part a bit, or let me select this one and try something. Okay, I think this is okay for me. Select the label. I give it metallic a bit. So you just play with it till you get what works perfect for you. Yeah. Let me go back to my layout view. So now this is the end of adding materials and textures to your model. So in the last episode, we are going to look at how you can set up a scene, add lighting into it, and also do a render settings to get a realistic render for our model. See you in the next episode.